Welcome back to my channel. It's Jana of Saturn Valley Studios. It's just me, I'm the studios.
What up?
Making this halter top, well, finishing this halter top. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about everything that I've made in the year that I've been crocheting. Some things I don't have anymore, some things I undid, some things I frogged, and some things I just forgot to take pictures of.
I was careless, I forgot.
All right, this is every single, well, not every single thing, but almost everything that I've made in the last year since restarting my crochet journey. And I actually just wore this to a party. It is the Lilith top. I'll link the tutorial below, but I love the red color. This is from my NYX collection. It's my little, I guess it's a tank crop top. It's like a tank crop top. And then I have this crop top. This is the acrylic cotton blend. Here's the thing.
Be nice. I'm finding it.
It's very soft and it's very stretchy. I do like that. And it's pretty breathable because it's a cotton blend. But I made it a little too big. It's not fitted as I wanted it to be. And I think that also is partially because of the hook size that I used. If anybody knows how to shrink a top, let your girl know. The next thing are my little duckies. So this is the first amigurumi pattern that I try to make on my own and stuff. You see a little derpy face, I love him. I have this version and then I have this little mallard duck version, which I have to finish. Still, I love this one. This one's face is so much cuter for me. I have the little feet, but I still have to make the wings. I was supposed to have been finished this, but I'm writing the pattern for those two. So stay tuned for that. The first amigurumi I actually made weren't these ducks. It was these little Junimo. I gave it to my best friend because they're also a Stardew Valley fan, like me. So this is the bag, the 1913 bag that I made for my sister for our sorority. You can see that the strap is real sturdy. This one's made out of acrylic, but the bag itself is made out of the acrylic cotton blend. Retrospect, I would have made the whole bag out of acrylic. It would have been a little more sturdier, but I do still love how it came out. I want to add a zipper and a liner just so that this doesn't stretch as much. But I love this. I'm gonna make more of these, and I want to make more for different orgs, for different schools, different teams. So definitely stay tuned for these, and I can show how I made this because I'm obsessed with this bag. This is actually the first bag of this type I made because I was like, I wanted to try the pattern because essentially it's just two rectangles and then like something to hold these little, not grommets, the hardware and stuff. This is the first one I tried. I attempted to sew a zipper on this, but it ended up being so wonky, so I took it off. You can see that there's a significant size difference between these bags. This one's super small. They're really cute for like phones, like it's about phone size, but this one I wanted to make a little bigger. The last bag is my waffle bag. It don't stop me. I think this is absolutely my favorite bag, and this is one that I use all the time. I use waffle stitch. It's really bulky, it's really thick. Next time I do, because I'm probably gonna make this again, I'm gonna do a liner on the inside because it stretched quite a bit. It was a lot more square before, but I actually don't mind it because it kind of reminds me of a pickle waffle, so that makes me happy. The first hat I actually made was this one. It's like a berry kind of grape situation. It was inspired by a strawberry shortcake. It has a little stem on top. It's a cute little purple with the ruffles. I think that was like the first hat I wanted to make, was a ruffle beanie situation. It ended up being bigger, like wider than I think I initially anticipated. This was the first tutorial I ever followed, and I didn't heed much on the hook size or the yarn type. I thought I was working with weight for yarn. I wasn't. Duh. The next hat I made was this lock sock. I don't have locks, but I wanted to make one like this because I think it's super cute, very Erykah Badu neo soul. I made it with the same materials as this, but I doubled up the yarn so it had like this swirly color, and that reminded me of like the 2000s kind of Bratz vibe. And I love it. I wear that one personally. I made this, what's it called? Skull cap. Yeah, a skull cap. This is when I straightened my hair. I wanted a joint that kind of had this like earthy vibe. So I think I'm gonna wear it more when I get braids eventually, but I really like this. I like how it came out, I like the different textures, and I need to make more colors of this. I'm gonna add this to my shop. I've made this before I made any of the hats. It's the little ear warmer twisty thing. It's like a headband. You kind of put it over your ears. If you have natural hair, especially like girls who wear puffs and stuff, this is great for that. I made it because my niece was walking around without a hat and she has a big old afro. I wanted her to have something to keep her warm. So I made this one in yellow. I also made another one in these colors. Can't find it right now, but I made that one for my sister, her mom, so they would match. This is a cat beanie. I got these yarns for Christmas and I wanted to do something with it. My niece says it reminds her of chowder, and I kind of think that's really cool. I wanted to add these little star tassels. I think I might try to make a chowder hat. Very warm, very sturdy. It's made from 100% acrylic. I think this might have been the first hat I made with 100% acrylic. Yeah, that was the first hat I made with 100% acrylic. Everything else had that blend of the acrylic cotton blend. My pink hats. I forgot why I got this pink yarn. I think I just got it for Valentine's Day. I was gonna make something for Valentine's Day, and I don't recall if I ever ended up making it. I don't think I ever did. I made this little cat beanie with a little heart. Kind of reminds me of Hello Kitty. And then I made a regular beanie. I actually made this during the Olympics. Like, I've got to the habit now, like whenever I watch sports games in particular or different events, I'll crochet while doing it. I like these. These are actually, I was gonna sell these. So if anyone's interested, let me know. Same with this one. This one, I'm already selling this one, and these two are my personal ones, but this one, and this one, I'm willing to part with. So if anyone's interested, let me know. I have a do-rag. So this is a split color do-rag. I made it as a part of my Knicks collection. You can kind of see the orange and blue for when the Knicks were in the finals. It's a mesh joint, but it still had that breathable feel to it. And I want to do more colors. This is my first time making a do-rag, and I actually really love it. So I'm definitely gonna make more of those. These coasters supposed to be for my mom for Christmas. I didn't end up finishing them because I had to weave in the ends. I also made this little bowl, but it's the same acrylic cotton material, so it's a little flimsy. So I'm probably gonna redo this when I get some brown acrylic yarn. Supposed to stack up in like a bowl, like bouquet situation. It's not giving right now, but it's because the bowl is flimsy. But I love it. I have them in both orange and red. Mom likes the color orange, and we're all deltas, and so it goes with the red. I have my little bag charms. These was also part of my next collection. I'm 100% gonna be making more of these. I love them. I love that I can put them on the bags, put them on your car. So I definitely want to make more colors of this. I was gonna make one for New York Liberty, Prison Cream for Deltas, and then a couple of my homegirls are in other orgs, so I was gonna make some for them. Comment any color combos you think they'll be really fire with this. This is the first scarf I've ever made. It is gold and gray. It's a very dark gray. This is a gift from my boyfriend for Christmas. It's supposed to be inspired by the vintage Hufflepuff scarves that Newt Scamander wore in Fantastic Beasts. And my favorite part are these little tassels. I was so happy when I figured out how to do this because I've never done the tassels before, but I love them. I wanted to make this little binder cover for my mini binder. I'm a writer, and so I like having my writing items look cute. There's no paper in here now because I need to get the right size, but before I got the paper, I wanted to make a cute little cover. It's a little big, but honestly I feel like it fits just fine. Like, it does what it needs to do. It looks cute on the shelf, so I love it. I made a bookmark for my sister. It was like this little flower bookmark. My Knicks scrunchie. I love it. I love it. I love it. This was the first thing I made in my next collection. I knew I wanted to make scrunchies and like the little ruffle joints, and so I made this one and I wore it with this. There's also another thing in my next collection. I don't have it physically. I sold it, but it's the next halter top. This was the first scrunchie I made. This is also a bi flag, which I thought was super cute. And then the next two I made, this blue and white one, is kind of giving like ice princess vibes. And I made this orange and yellow one, it's giving fire. I made this brown one, low-key giving earth. These were part of like a spring collection that I wanted to try to do.
Paris in springtime.
These are my flower ones. Now I made it first with the acrylic cotton joints, but then I got just regular cotton joints, and I thought the cotton one would be a lot better because it'd be easier to clean and it's a lot more lightweight. Like, this one's a lot warmer than this, so I made them in 3 colors. I did the same with my little puff flower joints. So this was the original material, and this is it in cotton. Oh wait, sorry, other way around. This is the original material, this is it in cotton. You can tell because it has a more of a vibrant yellow. Daisies. This is a cotton one, and then the primrose, this is the cotton one. Did the same with the big fluffy green. This, I called it mint mojito because of the colors. I needed it to be smaller because this took entirely too long and too much yarn to make, so I made it a little smaller. And same with the cotton yarn, definitely more lightweight than this one. This one is bulky. I have to do the same with these two. This is my strawberry lemonade and blueberry lemonade. These are actually on my shop right now if you're interested, but I believe that is all my completed work. I have to put all of this stuff away, but I'm gonna show you guys the work in progress stuff and the things that I started but didn't finish and may not finish, still debating it. So yeah, come on.
Few moments later.
I'm back. There's still a couple more things that I am still working on. Some of them are works in progress, but some of them I'm not continuing with. The granny squares that I started with, here they are. Just a regular blue and white one. Was just kind of starting to get used to the stitching. And then these were the two that had the color changes. I actually did pretty good, not gonna lie. One of the first like complicated ones I had to do, I tried to do a little daisy, very wonky, but it was still cute. I have a little tapestry. This is a blanket, a throw blanket I was gonna make for my mom. Ran out of yarn, so I probably need about like 3 more skeins.
That sounds expensive.
It's very soft. You can kind of see it's plushy. I love the color. I'm not finishing this. This was supposed to be a hat. It's way too flimsy. It could technically be a tube top for someone with a much smaller chest. Look at this. Another project that I did, I ended up frogging this completely. I tried to make this checker bag. It was gonna be a tote and it was gonna have like a black border. I basically tried to do these color changes and these strips of checker blocks.
What?
I know that probably doesn't make any sense because it didn't make any sense. This is actually my first attempt at the granny square top. The holes are way too big. I did play with the idea of either turning it into a tank or making it into a sweater. Figuring out what I'm doing with this because I don't want to undo it. It took a long time to do. The skirt that I still have to finish, ran out of yarn. I really like this and I really want to finish this because it's my first skirt. This was a big project that I didn't finish but I would like to finish. This dress I tried to make for Valentine's Day. Right now it looks like a really short dress because essentially it is, but it's actually supposed to be a long dress. So the heart part is supposed to be where the skirt is. You can kind of see the vision. It's like a heart dress. It's supposed to be long. And yeah, it's a halter top, and then it has like this little, like, what's it called? I guess lace situation happening in the middle. It's supposed to be 2 panels, front and back. I only had enough for 1 panel. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I made. It's actually crazy looking at everything that I've made because it doesn't feel like it was that much, but it's actually a lot. I'm proud of me. I worked hard. I need to add more to my shop. I didn't even get into the jewelry or any of the clay stuff that I'm working on. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.